Alright guys, so today I want to show you how to do 8,000 cold calls in 2 months and book 100 plus meetings. Now this is example of the calendar. Now I know most of you will be like, oh, you took it from somewhere, so there you have my actual Calendly. I'm using different one, but this is the old account. You can see more than 100, and the reason is I had a business partner which did the same thing. He even did better as me. You can see he booked almost double the amounts of meetings. Now granted, I said hundreds because some of these meetings were outside the agency, but we both book around 100 meetings, doing 8,000 cold calls both in 2 months. And also I have some screenshots if you want. I'm gonna probably put it more on screen of me spending not $10,000, but $10 almost every day for the credit itself and for the sub accounts and bullshit like that. All right, so I hope you trust me now. Cool, you can make some decent amount of cash with doing cold calls, booking hundreds of meetings, blah blah blah. We get this out of the way. Now you can listen. All right, so I have this 4-step cold call framework which I want to run you through. And so we start with the platform. We'll talk about the leads, everything you need to know, then about the scripts, and then I'm going to give you like the full example of how you can do it, how you can do 200 dials every single day, which is, by the way, 4,000 calls in 1 month, meaning 8,000 dials in 2 months. All right, so with that being said, let's get straight into it. So let's start with the platform, right? So you need to use Go High Level because they now killed Skype, which is unfortunate, but it's the truth. I think maybe it works. I don't know where you are watching this video, but they just kill it because of this reason, because people were using it to cold call. So you need to now go with Go High Level. All right, now great thing is that there are some, you can find like 60-day free trials. I literally typed just 60-day free trial Go High Level. This is the link that popped on me. There's like start 60-day free trial. So I know it's possible. Maybe there was even 90-day, but I think you can go with this one and be fine. Obviously read what you're signing to, all right, just so you don't do some stupid shit, but that's pretty much what you can do. You can see start 60-day free trial, leaking my phone number again. Awesome. So we have the platform. Now there are obviously other platforms as well. I use Go High Level because it's easy. Make your research, all right? I don't want to talk about platforms I personally don't use, and only 2 platforms I used were Go High Level and Skype. Skype was super cheap, like $3 per month. Go High Level, complete opposite, like $10 per day for credit because I was doing so many dials, all right? And so I'm pretty much going to show you what you want to do in Go High Level before we move to the lead section. So I have this like blank account. You want to go to settings and you want to go to phone numbers, and as soon as it loads, you can buy phone number there. Now what I was doing, sometimes I was booking like phone number for different cities, or for different states, and the way how I do it was, for example, like Tampa phone number, and then you have 813. So you remember that, you go to filters and you go first part and you type 813, apply, and you will get Tampa phone numbers. Yep, as you can see, Tampa. So you can just pick one you like, and you can see it costs $1.15. Now this is monthly, all right? So I had like 20 phone numbers stacked because I thought it's one time, but you can see it's monthly price. So just be aware of that. You can delete those phone numbers afterwards. And so once you buy the phone number, I'm actually gonna switch to my account just so I can show you, because there is some settings you want to do, and you can also do A2P, but that's whole another chapter, and if you don't have LLC, it may be difficult for you. But you want to do this edit configuration, you can title it, which I was doing like Tampa or something like that. You can put like forward calls to, I don't put anything, enable call connect features, I think you can let it on. And then you can record your calls, which I was doing. You don't want to this shit. I was just recording that. And you need to put, you need to do this, and you just want to put that, because if you don't do that, it will say this call is being recorded and no one will talk with you, all right? I remember one day doing or 2 days doing like 400 dials, and everyone was like hanging up. I'm like, what is going on? And this small thing, all right? So if you want to record your calls, always put that, or yeah, put that there. That's proven to work. All right, if you don't want to do that, it will be also cheaper. This costs money, so just be aware of that. Cool. And then incoming call timeout is basically, I don't even know, this was probably set up automatically, but I had outgoing, and I had, I think, between 15 to 18 seconds, meaning if you dial someone, it will wait 15 to 18 seconds. If they don't pick up, it will hang up. All right. This is the reason why I was able to do 200 dials, and my business partner did the same. So this is pretty much the setup I was using. I don't even know if I had this enabled. Probably not. So this is what I would do, and just click save. I'm not going to do that now because I don't use this phone number to do cold calling. All right, but once you buy the phone number, pretty much all you gotta do is, I'm gonna switch my account just so you guys don't take the leads. You want to create like a pipeline, all right? So you can name it, let's say Florida. I would name it by state and put all the leads from the state in one pipeline, but we'll get to that point. So I was naming it like this. So I had bot, and then I had not, and then I had lead, and then I had no answer to, and then let me think. No answer to, and you can be just booked a appointment. All right, you don't need to complicate that. You can use some automations to make it even easier. And let's say just click save. Now I'm going to explain each of these steps as soon as it will save. If it will save. What is going on? So I'm going to explain it right now. So bot means that you call the phone number, and it's like, you know, if you want to buy hot dog, press 2. If you want to, I don't know, buy Mr. Beast chocolate, press 2. Like, you don't want these, like, you don't want to go through the whole thing, but it will take like 2 minutes. You will pay a ton of money for credit, so you want to hang up. And I was putting these people into bot section. Then I had another section which is not, meaning not interested. All right, they just say strict no. You don't want to bother these people. They will yell at you to kill yourself if you do that. I tried, don't do it. All right, if they say no, put them to not interested. Lead, you will put all the leads you want to call in this pipe. Now, the reason why I have these two like behind and the no answer are like, it's the reason why I'm not starting with leads is because it's just quicker to drag them to the left. All right, and most of these people will land here or here. So you want to have it close to the lead. And so then I had no answer. I put them there, and I was usually dialing them twice. So usually the day after I call them again. If they don't answer, no answer too. And then I had more, like you can have email, you can have, what else you can have? You can have like a sent email, follow-up. Yeah, I had like fuck ton of for follow-ups, you know, and stuff like that. So you can do that, but the booked appointment is the most important. And then I made actually another pipeline just for the booked meetings, and I was moving them there, like following up and blah blah blah, because I had no clue that you can automate the whole thing and you don't need to move them because you can make it automatic. All right, so I don't know why it's, you know, it will not say, but that's pretty much how I was doing it. All right, and if I go back, this is pretty much what you need to do in Go High Level to be set up. You want to buy the number, you want to create a pipeline, and you want to get leads. And this is what I'm going to break down how you can do it right now. I'm sitting like a homeless on the chair, so I'm going to sit like a person. So to get leads, I was using personally Instant Data Scraper plus Google Maps. So if we go to Google Maps, and I'm going to zoom out. Yep. What I was doing was, let's go with Tampa. All right. So I went to Tampa, and then I basically, there are two options. So you can say, I'm going to use my niche. So I was saying HVAC contractors, and basically I was zoomed in the Tampa like area and just click search. Now what will happen is it will search in the area only. All right. If I would have it in English, it would say search in this area. And that's kind of what you can consider. Another thing is you can say HVAC contractors in Tampa and then it will basically just search in the area only. All right, so two things you can do now. I would don't do Tampa because the companies are huge. You will get gatekeepers. No one will want to talk with you. So I would go with smaller cities. All right, but like Tampa can still work. Don't go to New York, please. Like, or Houston or Los Angeles. Start with the smaller ones. All right. The way how you can do it is you can go to ChatGPT and say, hey, give me cities in Florida from 50 to like million people, like 50,000 to 1 million people, and basically call the small cities and go through the thing. So I remember I was calling the whole Florida. You can try the smaller ones, maybe Crystal Beach, and there will be like 4 deletes. But these people, like, no one reach out to them, all right? So, and the likelihood of owner picking up is much higher. So let's say if I go there and type HVAC contractors and go here, let's say, and search, and scroll a bit down, you will see that there will be super small companies with, like, if I scroll a bit more, 25, 19, 21, 1, 44, 4, like these people are small and usually the owner will pick up, so you can consider calling these first, all right? So that's like the first method, and then you want to click this button, this instant data scraper, and you want to select this row, all right? So it will give you something like that. Now make sure the most important thing is the phone number and where it is, the company name, all right? You don't need anything else. You want to load it to the bottom, and then once it's fully loaded, let's wait a bit. Yeah, there will be like a text. You're on the end. You want to click back to the beginning, and then you don't want to do that. You want to basically click start crawling. Make sure you select the infinite scroll, and you want to click start crawling. If this will happen, you need to close it, open that, and do it again. All right. And so because it's already loaded, I can stop it because you can see I already have the leads. So I stopped it, but it's still crawling. But if you click download CSV, you actually have the whole list. Now it will not let me to show it to you guys because I don't have Excel. But yeah, and it also looks weird because it's just Excel. So what I was doing was basically going there, if nothing to hide. Was going there, and I think that was it. Yep. And this is it pretty much. This is how I like it. Now, what I did also was, like, directly there, I deleted these sections I don't need, which you can consider doing as well. And if you have, like, you can keep some of them if you want. Let's say you can keep reviews if you will be calling them manually if you're from US. But to go high level, you pretty much dial everyone. All right. So this is something you can consider, and then you have it right there. You can start dialing them. Now, with this file, what you want to do is you want to go to, you want to go to contacts, and then you want to click plus. No, sorry, you want to go to import contacts. Go to bulk actions. Am I stupid? Yeah, so import contacts, I don't know, they change it a lot from the last, yeah, okay, cool. And then you basically want to pick this, you can also, if there are duplicates, you can create and update contacts, or just update or create contacts. I'm gonna click create contacts. You want to click create and update, all right, just so you don't get, and then you need to map out those things. So for example, this will be like a name. What else we have? This is phone number, and just like that. You can also map like email and bullshit like that. You don't need to. This is pretty much all I was doing. And then you can put don't import data which are unmapped, meaning you don't get this bullshit stuff. Just click next, and you can name it somehow. It's up to you. You can make like a smart list and call it, let's say, Tampa, even though it's not Tampa, all right, Florida or something like that. Just be creative. And then you can put it to workflow, which I'm not doing. and you can put them tags, which I was doing quite a lot. Now you can put, let's say, Florida, or you can put Tampa, just so you stay organized. All right, it's up to you. Now me and John were doing complete different strategy, and we both did 8,000 cold calls. We both booked 100 calls, and the reason was I like this thing, he liked something completely different. All right, so it's up to you. Just make it systematic. You can watch some videos on how to do that. Just click confirm and you click start bulk import. Now it will start like basically uploading all the people, and you will have like this small column called Tampa, Florida with all the leads. It will take some time before it loads. Now in the meantime, before it loads, even though it will be super quick, another way you can do is basically use lead rocks and scrape from LinkedIn. And there is a lifetime deal on AppSumo. So if you go on AppSumo and type lead rocks, you can buy it for $80 and you will get it lifetime, and you can scrape, I think, 500 leads every single month, if I'm not right, if I'm not wrong. If I'm not right, what the fuck I'm saying, I have no clue. Yeah, 5,000, okay, so 5,000 contacts per month. I thought it's 500 per day, but it's 5,000 per month. I think that's decent. That's pretty much, maybe you will need to upgrade, but I guarantee most of the people watching this video will not be able to do 8,000 cold calls as I did, so I think 5,000 will be enough. Now, bear in mind, some of these numbers will be shit, so this is really like for 2,000 dials, I would say, maybe a bit more, because you will scrape some people without phone numbers, some will be shit, and so on. And to verify the numbers, which I was not doing, but you can consider that. That's why my pickup rate was between 20 to 40%. If you don't want to do that, which I would recommend, because I was just, like, you need to grind, I need to do more. It's not really using my head. What I would do is use landline remover or clear out phone to basically remove all the landlines and bullshit numbers. And you can just talk to the owners pretty much most of the time. If there is a phone number which is connected to phone, it's usually owner. And these are the numbers you want to call. All right, you can remove all the landlines and basically stop wasting time with gatekeepers, because let's be honest, I booked probably 8 meetings, maybe 10 from all those calls from gatekeepers, and I talked to hundreds of them. All right, so like I had probably like 0.0 conversion on gatekeepers in terms of appointment booking. And if you want to get inbound calls, you can basically verify the phone number on Go High Level directly and connect it to your phone, and or you can use OpenPhone, which is the one I'm using now. You can buy like a VoIP phone number and you can receive phones. The verification there is also easier, so you can chat with clients. This is like my personal number I'm giving to clients and so on. So this is pretty much about the lead section. Now I'm gonna also show small things. So once you get all the leads, you can go there and click this, select all, and then you can click pipeline change. You will select the pipeline because I don't create it. You will click Florida, Tampa. You will click the basically where they need to be, and then you will put contact name there, just so it will put their name. You don't need to put anything here, I think. Lead value, nothing, and you just need to call the action. I was calling it HDO for no reason, so it's up to you. And then you click, add update opportunity. All right. So I'm gonna actually delete all of these because I don't want them. Cool. So I don't care. Now, this is pretty much everything about leads. Now, there is plenty of other ways how to get leads. You can use Apollo, you can use D7 Lead Finder, you can do whatever you want. All right, this is what I was using, so I don't know everything. Now, if you want, guys, there is a guy called Karsten Fox, and if you go to his YouTube channel and you click this video and you go to description, he leaked his $3,000 course completely for free, and he's one of the best guys in terms of booking meetings. So I guarantee there will be something about cold callings. Cold calling guide. You can watch his videos. I guarantee he will explain what to do, where to get leads, and so on. All right, so you can consider doing that. It's free, so yeah, you can use it. It costs $3,000, by the way, so quite a discount. All right, so let's now go to the scripts. Now, I don't want you to follow scripts word by word. Treat it more as a framework. All right, and this thing will probably blow your mind if you never did cold calls. It's 80% about the tonality and conviction in your voice, and 20% about what you're saying and the script itself, right? It doesn't matter. I was saying bullshit stuff, and because I was convinced that I can help them, I was booking calls, right? And I was using the same script in the beginning, and then same script after I did like 6,000 cold calls. The only difference was I was more convenient, my tonality was better, and so on. And this is pretty much the script I was using. Now, as you can see, I used a bunch of scripts, all right? I tested incredible amount of scripts, and my business partner did the same thing. He maybe used even more. He was crazy on this thing. He had different script every Monday. He had new one, all right? Sometimes twice a week. I pretty much picked this one. Then I was testing all bunch of scripts, but I actually got back to this script, you know. And so the way how I was using it, to give you kind of the whole idea of it, but I'm gonna give you the live example, was I said, hey, is this, and I was not saying the owner of company name because this will kill the call. I was finding their name and saying, hey, is this Mike? You know, bit more curious, like you're not really sure if it's Mike, but I'm gonna go into that in the live example. And then I said basically something that spikes curiosity, like we haven't spoken before. Can I let you know why I'm calling? Be like, sure, like what's going on? And then yeah, I basically said this, which is like a kind of like a small pre-pitch, we can say, just to get them interested. Maybe they will be a bit more confused, just to get them deeper and deeper into the call. Then this was my pitch, maybe a bit too long, but it worked for me. And then I tried to get them on a call itself, and then I had different things because our show-up rate was horrible. We were trying to do more cold calls rather than fix our show-up rate, which was, I think, 20%. Horrible, all right? So I'm going to talk about that at the end of the thing. Now, if you guys want to put a comment below this video, I'm going to send you this doc. You can take everything. I don't really care. You can try to find something, and there is plenty of scripts online. Some of them are from those gurus, you know. I tried them all, trust me, and I settled with this one. So that's pretty much everything about the scripts. And now actually let me give you like the full example of how does it look like if you're doing the cold call itself on Go High Level, how I'm saying the script and so on, so you can understand even the between the lines things. All right, so let's say I scrape the leads, I put it into the put them into the Go High Level. Now this will be deleted, I think. Yep. So I have an example lead, which is awesome. So I would go to, I'm gonna add it to the pipeline just so I can show it to you guys. Lead pipeline. All right. I have no clue what this pipeline is, but sure. Let's wait. Cool. So if I now go to opportunities and go to the pipeline, we have it there. Now, this is pretty much what you will see. I have no clue what these things are. They are constantly changing that, but this call button is the most important thing. As soon as you will connect your phone number, oh shit, I actually have one. Yo, how can I stop that? All right, I think I cannot dial. Cool, I don't know. Yeah, if you have phone number, it will start dialing and you will see like this square calling there. As soon as I click the dial, I will basically check the company name. All right, and what I'm going to do in the meantime, I'm going to show you on Google Maps just to prove the example that this is how you can find the company as quickly as possible. HVAC companies, boom, and then let's scroll a bit down. I'm gonna find something. Let's try this one. So let's say the lead has this name, all right? It's Airheads HVAC. So what I'm doing is I'm clicking call button Then I have open like this another browser page, and I have it like this. I have Tampa owner, and so what I do is I have it pre-filled like this, and I just click Ctrl V, paste it, and click search, and then basically this is how I was finding the owner's name, like when dialing. You know, I see people finding Dan and dialing, and then they say me like, how you can do 200 dials? I can do like 30. I'm like, this is how I can do it. All right. So you don't want to waste time trying to search the name before. Worst case scenario is you say, hey, is this the owner of Airheads HVAC? You know, that's all that can happen. But I would say like 70 to 80% of time I was able to find their name. All right. So I would say, hey, is this Mickey? Or you can say, hey, is this Christopher? All right. That's how you can do it. Another thing is you can do, and this was John's idea, my business partner. You're not working together now, but this was what he came up with, and that was Google reviews, I think. I don't know how he was searching the thing, but how did he? Yeah, I think he was actually maybe mainly on Google Ads. No, Google Ads, what the fuck? Google Maps. And he basically put the company name, click search, and then you want to obviously find the one that we scraped, which I have no clue. I think it's this one. And obviously this one has more reviews, but if you go to reviews, you can try to type like owner and fuck. And you can basically try to go through it and try to see, you know, like find the name basically. So, or you can try to find the name, or you can just try to scroll through them. All right, that's basically what John was doing. You can see Chris, the owner. So Chris, the owner, and you can open the call, say, hey, is this Chris? And awesome, you find the name. So this is mainly John's method. This is what I was doing. It both, maybe John was even better with that. I just don't like that much because I was not that fast with it. But you can, sometimes you're dialing 18 seconds, all right? So you have 18 seconds to find the name, which is super long. Like really, you can literally have these two tabs open. You just go there, do this, copy, search, boom, you have the name. If this will not work, I would go there, click search. Usually only one company pop up. You click there, you go to reviews, you type owner, and then you just put like, obviously it's not in English because I don't have it translated now, but I had that when I was doing the cold calls. And then you basically just trying to find the name, you know. So, and usually you will find it, you know, like Chris. So this is what you are trying to do before the call even happen. All right, this is important because if you know their name, it's they always or most of the time let you pre-pitch. All right, and so I was let's do kind of role play. So I was like, hey, is this Chris? You know, kind of like confused if this is really Chris. And they're like, yeah, this is Chris. Like, what's going on? I'm like, Chris, this is Dennis. We haven't spoken before, but can I let you know why I'm calling? Almost like, can I really let you know why I'm calling? You know, sometimes they get pissed, like, what do you want? You know, but that's normal. If you said it well, like as I said, it doesn't matter what you're saying. If you use the right tonality and conviction, it's great. And so like, sure. I'm like, awesome. Chris, we are actually working with HVAC companies in, and then I say the city, so I would say in Tampa, and our clients, they are booked out for months. Like, Chris, don't get me wrong, it's going great, but with this happening, we are actually looking for more HVAC companies to partner up with. And I was just wondering if you could give me, I don't know, 23 seconds to explain why it's going so well. This was the whole thing, all right? I was saying, like, don't get me wrong, it's going great, but with this happening, we are looking for more HVAC companies. Now, it's up to you. What do you want to use? All you're trying to do is just pattern interrupt. You know, just get them like, who is this guy? You know, just get them listen. That's the most important things. Now, people will hang up. That's fine. When I was starting out, it was horrible. I don't book anyone. I remember shaking when I booked my first call. So it's fine, all right? It's normal. And then basically say yes. And I went to the page, which was kind of like, at that time, it was horrible, all right? Like, our offer was shit. I was just focusing on hard work, guys. Don't do it, all right? By the way, if you're still watching this, The reason why I am not doing cold calls anymore is because it costs so much money. I was spending probably like $20 per day, all right, plus 175 for Go High Level every month. Those $10 were on credit for me and for my business partner. And we had 20% show up rate and our offer was shit, all right? So I was just, it was horrible, you know? You don't want to go this way. Always fix your offer, fix your show up rate, then you only need to do 20 dials and you can book meetings. Now, if you want to help pretty much with agency stuff, so you don't need to do 200 dials as I did to make some money, I have Inbound Method, which I'm using right now, that can book you like 8 meetings for 3 hours of work every week. It works extremely well, and I actually helping people for quite some time. So if you want, you know, I put some testimonials right there, just so you guys can see I'm actually helping people. If you want my help, you can book a call down below. It will send you to this booking page where basically you can just book a call with me, and I have crazy guarantee that I will get you free high ticket clients and get you to 10K per month in 90 days, or you don't pay. And I'm also give you money back and everything, like 6 months for free, and I send you $1,000 just for wasting your time. That's how confident I am. But you don't need to do that. You can do cold calls as I did, because it still works. It's just expensive. It takes so much time. And the issue is you will be signing clients for like $1,000, not for 5 or 10K. So yeah, I just wanted to basically pitch you, just being honest, just pitch you. We have this off the way. Let's continue. All right. Oh, sorry, I almost threw up now. I don't know if it was from the page, but I hope not. So basically, then I went through the pitch. So I said like, awesome. So we actually have a 2-step model. Now, first of all, we build out a hyper targeting system, which will ensure that you will be getting all the right people in your area who are interested in HVAC installation, maintenance, repair, and everything related to your service. And we will hypertest the entire market and get everyone knowing about your brand, about your name, about your company. And the next thing that we are quite good at is our speed. So as soon as I was usually not saying lead, I was usually saying, as soon as the person or as soon as the potential client comes in, we are going to send them straight to you. So basically, we can say we're going to send you as much business as we can, as fast as we can, which will allow you to scale faster. And then I said, does that sound good, or does that make sense? Sounds fair enough. And if they say yes, cool, I proceed forward. So I'm like, awesome. Well, I don't want to tell you anything today, and there's no reason for you to believe me, but do you think you would be free for 15-30 minute call today or tomorrow, so I can simply get to know more about your business and I can actually show you what we are doing? Or I was using this one then later. I'd actually love to show you what we are doing really well for, I said it horribly, really well for some other guys. Chris, would you be open to quick 15-30 minute call with me so I can walk you through how that might look like for you? It's pretty much up to you, all right? I always said it a bit differently. Now, I would make this part shorter, maybe even a bit of a question. Now, there is one script that one guy gave me, and I'm not going to leak it. I actually have it for my setter, but it's basically based on questions, and I kind of like it. I don't know how it will perform. I was using this one and booked over 100 of meeting with this one, so this is what worked for me. But as I said, I was using this in the beginning, and I had periods where I did 800 cold calls and don't book any, all right? And then I had periods, I'm gonna actually show you, where I did 40 dials and I booked from 5 pickups, 3 meetings, all right? So it really varies, all right? Don't get too emotional and too upset about it. How did I call it? I think like this. So those are my stats when I was calling. So you can see I was doing around 200 dials. These pickups were pretty decent, to be honest. So I had around 36% pickup rate, which is not that bad. You can push it higher. Owner rate, now you can see sometimes horrible, like 55 gatekeepers, which I hang up, because you don't get through them, all right? You can try it, but most of the time you just don't get through. But sometimes, sometimes I get decent amount of owners. So I spoke with 128 owners from 900 dials, all right? This is sometimes the reality. You can skip this by verifying the numbers. Now, the reason I was stupid, as I said. So use the landline remover or clear out phone to get the owner's phone number and try to dial them. You know, try your best. If I would be doing cold calls now, I would not be doing that huge volume. I would verify every single phone number and try to reach the owner specifically. All right, because you can skip so much time. But I was not really thinking. I was just, I need to do more cold calls and so on. And so you can see, this is my pre-pitch rate, which is like the first line. Most of the people let me pre-pitch. Then I had pitch rate, which was not that bad, to be honest. And then I had appointment booking rate. Now, these are obviously from the pickups. The total appointment booking rate were around 123. Some weeks were better, some weeks were worse. And you can see the show up rate was just trash. So I booked 11 meetings. You know, you can see, for example, I spoke with 20 owners, pre-pitch 18, 11 let me to the wall page or let me pitch, maybe they hang up, and then 4 booked appointments, which is super decent, which is like 37% from pitch rate. So it was really effective. You can see only 2 people let me pitch from 18 pre-pitch. So sometimes, you know, like same amount of pre-pitch, 11 to 2, all right? And I still booked 1. So it's like, just don't judge yourself after first week of doing cold calls, all right? After 1 day, once you have some decent number, I would say once you do 1,000 dials, you can take a look like I did and like kind of analyze, all right, like what is going on, where's the issue now? Because I was unable to read through data, I had no clue that I just need to fix my show up rate, all right? So that was the biggest thing. Like I book hundreds of meetings and maybe 30 people show up from 100, maybe a bit less. That was the issue. If I would push it to 50, I'm like, yeah, but it's gone. I know how to do it now. My show up rate is fixed. So yeah, don't get back to this point. But yeah, those are pretty much the stats. I was not really also track everything. I was not really tracking, and that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna also do small thing. I'm gonna list a few things for you to remember. So don't change script. I'm gonna make it bigger. Every week I would put 1,000 dials before you change the script. I would do 1,000 dials, right? Or speak with 100 owners, because once you speak with 100 owners, you can make some sort of a judgment, all right? So I'm actually that's actually better, 100 owners, because dials doesn't really matter, all right? So let me put this lower. Cool. Then don't get too emotional, all right? It's not that deep. Just go through it, call these people, they will tell you to fuck off. I get most of the people will reject you, and that's fine, because it will build you. You will feel much different after doing quite some chunk of cold calls. Another thing, use your hands. So and I did it even in the example, I was always using my hands, and if you have standing desk, I think you can crush it even more, because you can walk, all right? I was using my hands, my face, like trying to basically use your hands and your face, all right? It may look funny, but the tonality is really delivered through your hands and through your facial expression. I'm doing it with videos, I'm doing it everywhere. You can see how Belfort, for example, is a great example how he's using, I'm going to show it to you guys, because that's just like Jordan did so great job doing that. Jordan Belfort tonality, I think, yeah, you can watch this video where he's walking, and that's just so, oh my god, it's just so great example of how he's walking, changing his facial expression, using his hands to kind of deliver what he's saying. So you will obviously not hear it, but you can see what he's doing. You can see he's using his hands, he's walking from left to right, he's opening his mouth, he's literally delivering the whole thing, all right? That's why it's so good at selling and stuff like that. So you want to do the same. And that's pretty much it, I think. Also track everything and read data, all right? So don't be like me. Literally, I'm gonna give you so I was booking around, let's say, 5 to 10 meetings per week, and my show up rate was horrible, like 10 to 20%. And I was thinking about changing offer because I was not reading the data. All right. So, and that's when I read it, I changed everything. But you want to read the data, all right? So if you have 20% show up rate and everything else is fine, just make sure these people show up on the call, all right? If your close rate is dog shit, focus on close rate. If your pickup rate is dog shit, focus to get it higher, all right? Now, obviously, the most important thing is how many deals you close. Now, if you get this fine, you don't need to fuck with the system, all right? If you get, I would say, at least 50, maybe 60% of show up rate, I think you're good. Obviously, you want to push it higher, but if that's fine, if that's what you're getting, that's fine. Obviously, some industries have it differently. With the pickup rate, it can vary. You know, you can verify the phone numbers, and there is a whole rabbit hole about data and tracking and stuff like that. I don't want to dive in. So you can track everything. All right. Now, the tracking I showed you was super difficult because every time I pre-pitched someone, I made a line. Every time I pitched someone, I made a line. It was like super, like it was just painful. But at least I know where I am. So you can consider doing that. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I have for you. I already pitched you, so I'm not gonna bother you with bullshit. And that's how you can do 8,000 cold calls in 2 months. Have a nice one.